Hello everyone, this is the Big Little Railroad here. I know it's been a while since I've done a review of toy trains, but for now I wanted to do something quickly. As you see before you, see what a disassembled Lionel 3472 operating milk car. Well, this is an operating milk car. This is in fact the first operating milk car that I've ever owned. This is something that my dad had given me, and a few months ago for Christmas, I was trying to at first I went to go see if I can have this car restored. I went to the guys down at the train station in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, to see if they could fix it. Unfortunately, they told me that it would take a lot more. It would be more expensive to repair it rather than buy another one. So over here, I did get one. My own milk car is currently disassembled because I'm having trouble with the track voltage. I may consider buying a new transformer because I think my CW80 is a little bit inefficient when it comes to powering up my trains. So anyways, as you can see here, most of the car is disassembled, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how I removed it and what are the things I'm going to do. So the first thing that the problem that I had was removing the shell. Even though that most of the parts here are broken off, there was this one right here that was giving me trouble. And how you do that is on the bottom of the frame of the milk car, you have these little frame springs which go under here, goes under the trucks. And how you're supposed to do that, and how I was able to do that, I was able to use this these pair of pliers here, pull it under this little black focus. This little black tab here, you can visibly barely see it, but it was held under there, and what would happen is that I used the pliers to pull them out, and then according to I believe Olsen Train Parts or another one of those sites that I was looking at, all you have to do is pull it down and then gently squeeze, which is what I was able to do. So both frame springs are off right now. Then after that, the process also involved taking apart this part here. Actually, I got my 5 milk cans from this milk car. All of them were inside the little chute, and one of them was stuck. So that's why I ended up... Actually, it was my dad who was able to get the last milk can out. So what I did was I took the screws out up here, and here. And then what I also did was I took out the screw that was supposed to hold the entire thing to the frame together. That's why now it's loose, but it's not completely off yet. The other thing that I was able to remove was the left truck here. All I had to do was just cut the wire, and here's where the coupler holds. As you can see here, the little thing where the coupler fires is all rusty, and this little part here where the pickup shoe is all rusty. So I might have to end up buying another batch. I also ended up taking apart the milkman section with the arm. This one's slightly rusty, so I might also need to get fix that as well. And then this is the little container full of parts. This is the little device. This is the little plunger. This actually, this little thing is actually sort of an electromagnet. So whenever you press that button, this little piece here is supposed to go into this hole, into the coil, and it's supposed to go in there, and it's supposed to activate the spring because it's held on like this. If I had a complete, actually, let me show a complete set. Here. So what happened is, once you activate the pickup shoe, the plunger goes into the coil, and it activates the spring, and it's supposed to go like this. I'm just gonna... Very simple process. And then you would dispense the milk cans in here. Now, as I said, I removed the trucks. What I am considering is that even though that these trucks are pretty rusty and the frame is pretty rusty, I could still use them. All I would have to do is either find out how I can get rid of the rust. Like as you can see here, it's pretty covered in rust, all rusty and dirty, and that is something that you would expect for something that's been in storage for several years. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's nasty. See? See, the wheels are covered in rust, covered in the frames itself are covered in dirt and grime. So anyways, as I said, I've almost completely have this thing disassembled. What I think some of the things that are worth saving are the coil, because it's still in pretty good condition. Focus. Anyways, all I would have to do is get some of these parts to, you know, get them in like a bath of one of those rust removal solvents, or maybe some vinegar and some salt, because the acidity is supposed to remove the rust. But as of now, I don't have the parts now, and I'm going to try and invest in getting those parts. The parts that I definitely would need to obtain would be the E-clips, which would hold this little part together. That's the little piece that holds the arm. And then there are the 3 other ones that hold the trucks down to the frame. I would also need to get some of the liquid material to get rid of all the rust. I'd have to remove everything, get some new wiring, get some shrink tubing, and yeah, it's pretty much it. And I almost forgot, I would also need to obtain another batch of these couplers, because these ones are pretty gnarly. So I don't think they would be completely useful, but I could probably just like buy a new batch. And here is just like the whole container full of parts. We got the washers, we got the screws, we got the little arm there, we got the plunger spring with the plunger washer. And this is one of the 2 restoration projects that I'm working on with some of my old toy trains. The other one is my Marks number 400. You've already seen you probably seen my review of it back at Christmas, where I've completely disassembled everything. And what I'd probably need to do is get the materials like a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol in order to you know, clean the commutator, and find a way to get the little wire that's supposed to hold down the motor brush inside here. And then I would also need to oil and grease it, put the contact back on, clean that, and find a way to glue the plastic coupler back onto the tender. So yeah, and also I would also need to get a new door frame and some new doors. I could still use this shell, although it still is kind of gnarly, still got some rust under here. I could still reuse it. Yeah. Anyway guys, I just wanted to do a quick video of part 1 of my Lionel 3472 milk car restoration project. And as you can see here, a lot of things have improved with the layout. I also got a new locomotive, the number 2025 262 steam locomotive, and I might do a review of that later in the future. But for now, I just wanted to do this quick video of restoring my old milk car. So, I will update this video as soon as possible, once I get the materials enough for step 2. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Big Little Railroad, signing out.